Hey, what's going on everyone? Today I'm bringing you an awesome Titanfall gameplay commentary, and in this gameplay I go 13 and 1 kill to death ratio, and I get 91 attrition points, and I was trying so hard to get that 100 point mark or go above it. I thought that'd just be beast mode, but I only got 91. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the class setups, what you would do to get the highest attrition points and win the game for your team, what the best class setups are, why I use them, why I think they're good, and basically give my opinion on the game. And in this gameplay I am using the R101C carbine assault rifle with the hollow sight extended mags, and then my tactical ability is the active radar pulse, and that is one of my favorite tactical abilities so far, just because you can see the enemies through the walls. You see I used it already there, and it recharges fairly quick, so you can see all the campers, get them. And for my ordnance I am using the arc grenade, which is one of my favorites instead of the regular grenade, because the arc grenade, it says most effective against machines, and if you were to throw it at an enemy grunt or a specter, it basically kills them in one shot. So if you see a whole bunch of them spawning, like right there, the enemy team, if they spawn like that and you catch them, you can just toss one of the arc grenades out, and it'll probably take out a good 2 or 3 out of the 4 of them all at once. And it stuns the enemy pilots. It hurts them a little bit, so if you shoot an enemy pilot and they're weakened a little bit, you can just toss one of the arc grenades and it'll probably take them out with one hit, which is that's one of my favorite things to do if you can't get them, because I noticed it's a little hard to kill pilots in here. It takes a little bit more ammo than your average first-person shooter such as Call of Duty. And then for my kit, my first is the power cell. It recharges your pilot's tactical ability, which is my tactical ability, I already said, is the active radar pulse, which you can see through walls, see all the campers like I'm doing right now. And that recharges a lot faster than not having that on. So if you want to have that, you can just keep pushing it, and you can keep using it to your advantage, seeing all the enemies behind the walls. It definitely does help out of all of them that I've tried so far. And then the second one I'm using is the minion detector, and this is, I would say it is almost key to use in a game of attrition, because a game mode of attrition, your goal is to just kill everything, basically. Everything on the enemy team that moves, you want to kill, and that'll give you your attrition points and help you win the game. So the more you can see, which is with the minion detector, you can see the enemy grunts and specters and all that kind of stuff. You can only see the enemy machines, and the more you see them, the more you can get easy kills on them, because we all know that they're super easy to kill. Easy kills, easy points, leads you to get 91 attrition points, or maybe you can even get 100 points, who knows. And the next thing I want to talk about is the burn cards, and I had no idea when I started this game what the burn cards were, how to use them, and how they worked, and I figured out that they are exactly like death streaks from Call of Duty. And you get 3 slots, you can pick up to 3 burn cards, and you can use one every time that you die. So that next life, after you choose that burn card, the following life, you will be able to use it. There's tons of them you can pick from. As you can see, most people don't know this, but when you start the game, when I started the game, right when you jump off the ship there, or whatever you're jumping off of to start the game, you press Y right away, and you can use one of those burn cards. So if you're spawning as a Titan, you can use that. I think that's one of them. And then there's longer lasting cloak until you die. There's a whole bunch of them you can use to your advantage, and not many people know that. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Little tips and tricks for Titanfall. And moving on to the Titan and Titan loadouts, my favorite Titan to use is the Atlas, because it, unlike the other Titans, you can tell that the other 2 Titans are a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier, and that causes them to be slower movement, have definitely slower movement speed. That's why I like the Atlas. And then the core ability on the Atlas is the damage core. So when it's available to you, you can just hit the down button on the D-pad, and then your damage core increases your bullet effectiveness, increases the damage that it does on the Titans and any other enemy pilots and anything like that. And my weapon of choice for my Titan is the XO16 chain gun. with the extended magazine. I definitely like that. Nice spray and pray style of shooting there with your Titan. With the extended mag, it really helps out. And then the tactical ability that I'm using is the Vortex Shield. It definitely helps when you're against a couple of enemy Titans. Even one, it helps out, because when you put that Vortex Shield up, it is going to block the enemy bullets and any missiles coming in, and it's going to turn them right back around and hit the enemy, so it turns them back on themselves. And then the ordnance I'm using is a cluster missile, not that big of a deal. But the kit that I'm using is the Dash Quick Charger, and I like to dash because, in my opinion, the Titans definitely don't move as fast, especially when you are sprinting and pressing down the left stick. They're not that fast to run, and the Dash Quick Charger is, in my opinion, the best way to get away from enemies when they're shooting at you if you need to recharge your health system, which is definitely a must when you're being shot at, so the faster you can get away, the better. And the other kit that I'm using right now, I just switched to the Big Punch. It significantly increases your the punch ability that you use on your Titan, increases the damage that you put out when you do punch. I used to use the auto eject all the time. I switch back and forth. The auto eject, it just automatically ejects when your Titan is doomed, and then it cloaks. Even if you don't have the ability chosen, it'll cloak for you. But for punching, and when you're using Titans, not many people do it, I don't see, and it is a must for me as soon as I run out of my extended magazine on my chain gun. As soon as you run out of ammo, I get up in there and start punching them. It's the best thing you can do, unless if your Vortex Shield is charged back up or whatever you have for your tactical ability, because I know it does take a while to reload, and it's not that helpful to be reloading in that kind of situation. So I would just suggest definitely punch your opponent's Titan if you are able to, because that's what it's there for. It does help a lot. I know people don't think it does much, but it does help. And just to wrap this up, my opinion on Titanfall is an awesome game. There's nothing wrong with it. Nobody's been bitching and complaining on Twitter or YouTube or anything that there's stuff wrong with it. They don't need to patch anything. All the guns are perfect. They didn't make any guns overpowered than the other ones. You don't see people running around with one type of gun just murdering everybody. It's just an all-around good game to play. And the only thing that I would like to change about it, I would have to say I would like to see more maps and more guns. And then the other one is more game types. I would love to see like maybe a gun game or some Call of Duty game types in Titanfall. I'm sure they're trying to get away from the Call of Duty since they're into Titanfall now, but definitely more game types, since there's only like 6 or whatever there is. Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 on there, and it's hardpoint, capture the flag, your basic FPS games, game type modes. So definitely not much to complain about the game. I would say that it's a lot more stable than Call of Duty, because Call of Duty, you get the game, guns are overpowered, people are working to get it fixed and working on patching guns and weapons and all that kind of stuff. So Titanfall definitely did a great job, and definitely has my seal of approval on the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. 13-1 with 91 attrition points. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like the video. It definitely helps me a lot, and there will be more Titanfall videos in the future. Talk to you later.